All right, so welcome everyone. Again, my name is Mike Pettis from the Office of Admissions, and I'm going to introduce our speakers today from our Departments of Accounting and Data Analytics. First, we have Dr. Marty Coe, Dr. John Delaney, and then we have two current students, Kelly Johnson, senior here at Augie, and Cameron Frank, sophomore. And without further ado, I will turn it over to you guys. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to share some information about our accounting program. At this point, if Marty could take over the slideshow and be able to show that to the students, that would be great. By way of introductions, Mike did introduce me. I'm John Delaney. I am the chair of the accounting department. And within the accounting department, we also house the data analytics program. The program chair for data analytics is Dr. Coe, who will be talking as well today. Additionally, we have two students that are going to share their experiences with you, both in the program and what they've done outside of academics to stay busy at Augustana and succeed. And they are Kelly Johnson, who's an accounting student, and Cameron Frank, who's a data analytics student. So with respect to the accounting session topics, I'm going to talk a little bit about our program. I'm going to talk about the students who comprise our program, our faculty, the firms and companies that recruit our students, our placement growth with employers and with grad schools, and the 150-hour requirement to take the CPA exam. To start with, our accounting program, we say that our accounting program is steeped in the liberal arts. What that means is that you're going to be taking a lot of different courses besides just accounting during your 4 years at Augustana. And those classes be in a variety of different disciplines. The arts, like music and theater, English, history classes. There'll be some science classes that you'll have the opportunity to take, some social science classes. So quite a variety of different general education courses. And the reason that's a good combination with accounting is because the firms that recruit our students consistently tell us, you know, there's something different about those accounting students from Augustana. You know, they're very well-rounded people, and they work really well with our clients because of the fact that they're good at representing themselves, presenting. Communication is great, verbal and nonverbal communication. They have training in ethics. So there's a lot of things that make our skill sets that our accounting students have that differ from other larger universities. And that's really what we're doing here at Augustana. Our students are a diverse group, and by diverse I mean socioeconomically they're diverse. We have a fair number of international students that do an accounting program, and those demographics are pretty similar to what the college Augustana offers as a whole. Most of the accounting students that are in our program have not had accounting before they came to Augustana. And in fact, Kelly, who's going to be talking with you soon, our top accounting student this year in the senior class, she didn't have accounting before she came to Augustana. So it's not a detriment to you if you've not had accounting. It definitely will help you at the beginning, but we have found that our students that are quantitative type people, rational thinkers, regardless of if they've had accounting or not, they tend to rise to the occasion and catch up to the ones that have had accounting in high school. The vast majority of our students double major. That's the beauty of Augustana. We have consciously designed the program, the curriculum, so that students will take about a third of their classes in general education, a third of their classes will be in their first major, and a third of their classes will be in their second major. So it's very common for students to double major at Augustana in general, and certainly within the accounting program, it's not that difficult to double major. The most popular double majors along with accounting would be business administration and data analytics, although we've had double majors in just about every other discipline on campus. I've had double majors in accounting and philosophy, accounting and religion, accounting and political science, accounting in every one of the languages, French, Spanish, geography. We've had students that have double majored with accounting and geography. So if you find something that you really like as you're taking those general education courses, it might be possible we can work in another major or perhaps a minor in those disciplines as well. So our faculty is comprised of extremely experienced individuals. Now, we've all worked somewhere outside of academia before we came to Augustana. I personally worked for 2 large corporations over an 18-year time period before I went into teaching. Professor Coe has a long history of working in auditing, IT auditing, in particular cybersecurity, and he was a CFO for a utility at one time. We have another professor who worked in public accounting as an auditor for several years. Another faculty member worked as a tax consultant for several years. So our full-time faculty have an extremely good background for you in that we've been out there and we've actually done the work that we're teaching you. Our part-time faculty are equally experienced. One of our part-timers is a CFO for a local company. Another part-timer is a bank executive for a fairly large bank in the Quad Cities. So I hope you get the picture that we know what we're talking about. And because of that fact, we've developed some good connections with employers, both in the Quad Cities and beyond. I'm going to talk a little bit about our employer network in just a minute. Our faculty is very vested in your success. One of our top priorities is that all of our students have terrific job opportunities with multiple employers. So we're going to help you get that job. We're going to help you get that internship. And multiple members of our faculty have been recognized with awards for their teaching ability. With respect to the firms that recruit our students, the vast majority of our employers are from the Chicagoland, Quad Cities, and Central Illinois area, although we've got alumni working for various companies and municipalities and public accounting firms across the United States. And I've indicated in this slide the different recent placements at some of the larger metropolitan areas across the United States. But we've got Augie grads working all over the place, and we've got a terrific alumni network, and they're all interested in helping our current students find jobs. So if there's a place you want to work outside of the areas that are indicated here on this slide, we probably have a connection somewhere in that area that we can get you connected to. The 2 largest recruiting events that we host are the Chicago Interview Day and Pro Fair. Chicago Interview Day is hosted in Oak Brook, which is a suburb of Chicago. And last year we had 37 different accounting firms and companies attend that event. And most of those firms actually interviewed students in the afternoon. In the morning, it was a job fair where students had the opportunity to mingle with the different firms. And in the afternoon, those exact same firms actually interviewed the students that were at the event. We had a terrific placement out of that event. Roughly half of the students that attended actually got interviews. And then out of the ones that got interviews, it was a matter of 25 to 30% of those students who actually got job offers. So it was a terrific outcome. Pro Fair is an event that we host with St. Ambrose University. St. Ambrose is located in Davenport, Iowa, across the river from where Augustana is located, Island. One fair is hosted on each campus during the year. So this year, We'll have the fall, I believe we're the fall Pro Fair at Augustana, and the spring Pro Fair will be at St. Ambrose. And there again, we have several companies, municipalities, service organizations, nonprofit organizations. They all attend this event. I think we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 85 or so employers participated last year. On top of that, our students have the ability to interview with companies and accounting firms that come on campus. And a lot of those interviews happen during the fall term. And those interviews typically are with sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So, right off the bat, you're going to get an opportunity to interview for at least an internship. So who are the firms themselves that recruit our students? All of the big four accounting firms, they're located in all those large metropolitan areas that I mentioned earlier. Chicago in particular, we've got connections, a strong connection with the four big four accounting firms in the Chicagoland area. Those firms have offices all over the United States and internationally. They're the biggest accounting firms in the world. We also recruit with the next top 20 accounting firms in the Chicagoland area. We have a large group of manufacturers and financial services organizations that recruit our students, and I've indicated some of those larger companies on this particular slide. So Deere & Company, Caterpillar, Foods, H&I, State Farm Insurance, Aon Insurance, and Jones Lang LaSalle have all recently interviewed and offered jobs to our students. So our placement rate is essentially 100%, which means by the time you graduate, in recent years, every one of our students has had a job lined up by the time they've graduated. Either that or they've picked their top grad school to go to complete their master's in accountancy. So one or the other, students are getting jobs. And out of that group, about 60% have gone into public accounting. The difference between public accounting and private accounting is that public accountants work for clients, and they typically provide auditing, tax, and consulting services to their clients, whereas the students that go to work for private companies, they'll probably do jobs like general ledger, upkeep, which would be more or less the bookkeeping part of the business, budgeting, cost accounting, their own tax services within the company, and internal laws are typical jobs you'll see in private accounting. We also have had some students go into governmental accounting. It's a totally different animal because they play by a different set of accounting rules. So we actually teach about how to account for governmental operations. And some of our students have actually worked in law enforcement. So the last few years, we've had students do internships with the FBI, and subsequently they've been offered full-time jobs with the FBI. So as you can see, there's a lot of different ways you can go with that accounting major. Our students work closely with their advisors, and their advisors are actually accounting faculty members, and we get to know you really well. I have around 60 advisees right now. I know every one of them very, very well. I've had them in multiple classes, and every one of you will get to know your accounting advisor extremely well. And we're here to help you get ready for your career. Students also work with our office, and they're going to help you with preparation to do interviews. So they're going to do mock interviews with you. They're going to help you with your resume. They're going to give you tips on how to succeed when you get into that interview. And they're also working with us on finding more and more employers that recruit our students. Lastly, I'd like to make a case for the fact that our students get very competitive once they get out in the real world. The nice thing about the accounting major is that there's a job waiting for you. So there's employers ready to hire you as early as your sophomore year. And the money's pretty in accounting. Finally, I'd like to talk a little about our 150-hour plan. And this plan is with respect to preparing you for the CPA exam. The CPA is still considered standard for certification. We highly recommend that all of our students take the CPA because your job opportunities and your promotion ability without it is kind of like this. CPA, that's going to be your job opportunities and promotion ability. So we take it very seriously that we want our students to consider taking the exam. Therefore, we have to make sure that they achieve all of the requirements to take the exam. And most states require that you have 30 hours of accounting and 24 hours of business and 150 hours in total. So at Augustana, once you graduate, if you took every single class under the normal tuition plan and you didn't bring in any AP or dual credit from high school, you're going to be short anywhere between 14 to maybe 18 hours to get to that 150-hour level. So our students will do one of three things. They'll either go on to graduate school to finish up their hours. They'll do junior college classes during the summer between semesters at Augustana and pick up those hours. Or they'll use our extended learning program, which is a program that's been developed specifically for students that want to take the CPA exam. And what we do is we give you some additional credits at a very discounted price. So after this session is over with, I'm going to ask Mike Pettis to provide us your contact information. And I'm going to email you some more information about our 150-hour plan, including this extended learning program. So with that, I want to turn it over to Professor Coe, who will tell you a little bit more about our data analytics program.
Thanks, John, and welcome prospective students. We're sure happy to have an opportunity to talk to you about our accounting and data analytics program. So the items I'm going to talk a little bit about with you are some characteristics of our data analytics program. And then I'm going to talk just a little bit about some of the programs themselves, the minor and our major. I will say that all the items that Dr. Delaney mentioned, regarding our passion for our students, our willingness and true desire to help our students get jobs, and our faculty relationship with our students, and impact on career opportunities, all those things apply to data analytics as well. So rather than repeat that information, if I could just say that that good job that Dr. Delaney did of talking about our program in general applies to data analytics as well. Now, as far as our data analytics program goes, it is a relatively new program at Augustana College. We have had a demand for data analytics at Augustana that really is a proxy of the demand that exists in the marketplace. Restated, data analytics is one of the hottest career paths going right now. The demand for data analytics professionals far outweighs the supply of data analytics professionals. So data analytics then was a natural program for Augustana to consider, and it was really to help students get on that really strong career path. And we had an opportunity at Augustana to create a data analytics program that looks a little different than some other data analytics programs that exist at other schools. Two things that really distinguish our program are, first, it is a multidisciplinary program. So you heard Dr. Delaney talk about how we really design our program of study so that students can achieve two majors. Well, that's kind of unique, especially if you're comparing Augustana to public universities, that you can actually achieve 2 majors. We not only want you to achieve 2 majors, we design our program of study so that you're encouraged to do that. And so, like Dr. Delaney said, that gives you a multidisciplinary approach to your education. That's really, really an advantage in data analytics, because data analytics lives in those other disciplines. So for example, marketing, science, what have you. So we've tried really hard to build a program that will allow you to combine data analytics with another area, such as accounting. As John said, we have a lot of students who have chosen data analytics as a major along with accounting, but not all of them. We also have students who major in computer science and biology and what have you. So one thing I did want to mention is that if you were to go out to our website right now and look at data analytics in our catalog, you would not see everything I'm going to talk about. We're in the process of updating our catalog. It's going to be updated here within the next month or two. So the information that I'll be presenting to you will be reflected in that catalog. But if you were to go out to the catalog tonight, for example, you would not see information about our major in the catalog. And that's because our major was just recently approved. It was just actually approved last November. We just officially launched it this semester. So I will be emailing information to you after this session that has the type of information that you'll see in the catalog when it's updated. So I'd like to talk just briefly about our 3 programs. First of all, we do have a minor in data analytics, and we have had this minor on the books for about 2 years now. So we actually have a number of students who have already been in the program, have already graduated with the minor. You'll be hearing about once from Cameron, a student who actually started out in the program as a minor, although now she's a major, but she can maybe speak to her thought process a little bit about why she chose the minor. But basically, the minor gives you an opportunity to apply data analytics to whatever your discipline is. So for example, if you're an accounting major, the minor allows you to add a little bit more emphasis to the role that data analytics plays in the major. It will be, it is comprised of courses in data analytics. We have an introduction to data analytics course that you would take. We have a computer science course that you would take. You would actually learn some Python coding in that class. You would take a statistics course. You would actually take that course in one of the departments. For many of you, that would probably be the business statistics course. You would take an ethics course, again, more than likely in your discipline, for example, in the business department. And then you would take a content elective. So for those of you on the call who are interested in accounting, you would take a course in accounting information systems as part of your minor. And then we have a capstone course called the practicum in data science, where you would actually work on a data analytics project from start to finish. So that is a 24-hour minor, but really several of those courses our students already take. So for example, those students that are accounting majors will have already probably had the statistics and ethics and content elective that are included in that minor. Our major that is has just recently been unveiled has 2 paths to it. We recognize that when students go into the field of data analytics, they will go down one of these 2 paths. And the first path is the business analytics path. So our majors include 32 hours of study. This is in addition to those other items that Dr. Delaney mentioned that you would be taking in your other major or, as part of general education. And the business analytics path, in addition to the courses I already talked about would include courses in data mining. It would have a capstone course as well, but it would be called a senior inquiry. And then it would include 2 courses in management information systems. The goal of our major in business analytics, or the business analytics path of our major, is to really focus on applying data analytics, and really, for the most part, applying that in the context of a business setting. We also have a path in our major that is referred to as the data science path. And this path is really designed to go into more of the architecture of data analytics. And it focuses on a lot of the algorithms and machine learning aspects that go into data science. Now, this particular path includes a lot of math and statistics. So you would take, again, that senior inquiry course, but instead of a data mining course, you would take a course in machine learning. And then you would take some upper division math courses in statistics and discrete mathematics. So we've tried to design a program of study that allows you to really go down any of the paths of data analytics that you're interested in, and also to be able to tie those data analytics programs to your desired programs of study. So we're really excited to have the data analytics program at Augustana College. And I want to be sure to have time to answer your questions. But before Dr. Delaney and I go into a little Q&A session, we'd like you to hear from 2 of our outstanding students who can talk about the program from their perspective. So Kelly, I'd like to turn it over to you if you don't mind.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm Kelly Johnson. I'm a senior at Augustana. I double major in accounting and business management. So I just want to give a timeline of my time at Augustana and my experience as an accounting major. So I declared accounting my sophomore year, kind of late into my sophomore year than the average. How I came to declare accounting was through my business track that I had declared. So I didn't have accounting in high school. And as Professor Delaney said, I don't think that that set me back at all, having not taken that. So yeah, my sophomore year, I was just taking the principal classes, kind of understanding what accounting was. And then come junior year, I realized is when our accounting program really picks up full speed, when we're taking our upper level courses and also searching for that summer internship. So it was a surprise to me when I came junior year that within the first few weeks of school, we'd be recruiting already for summer internships. So with a little bit of nerves from that, our core office really helped us get prepared for that. We had like mock interviews with them with Big 4 firms. So I actually did a mock interview with a representative from the Deloitte office and was able to get feedback, as well as like resume building workshops that our school provides for our students. So that really helped me build some confidence before going into interviews and career fairs and things. So as Dr. Delaney mentioned, we have our pro fair as well as a Chicagoland fair for accounting students on campus. So I found, or I had many different interviews during that time, which was great to get to know a bunch of different firms and what they have to offer and kind of weigh out my options. And that led to a summer internship for me downtown Chicago with a firm, Orba. They're a mid-sized public firm. And so then going into my summer, I used my Augie choice to live downtown, which I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but we have Augie choice at Augustana College where each student is eligible for $2,000 to use in a way that's going to grow them professionally. So I used that to help pay for my rent downtown. I had a great experience in my internship. I felt very well prepared. I was able to dip my toes in each department within the firm that I was at, which isn't unusual. I would say that a lot of accounting internships have rotational programs so that you can understand both tax and audit and kind of get an idea of what you would like to pursue a career in. So yeah, I had great feedback from my internship about my communication skills and the work that I completed and assisted on. So I was lucky enough to be offered a full-time job, and I accepted that prior to my senior year starting. So with that being said, having a job locked in before my senior year, it's been a breeze of a year for me, I'd say. Mostly what I've been doing this year is building credits for the CPA exam. So as Dr. Delaney mentioned before, you need 150 credits to sit for the CPA exam, and I came into Augustana having no dual credit or college credit. So I've gone from 0 credits to 150 credits during my time at Augustana, which is impressive, and I think that's due to our extended learning program that we have, as well as staying busy in the summer and taking some online courses. So yeah, now as a senior, we have some elective accounting courses that we can take if we choose. I'm taking one on governmental nonprofit accounting to help me prepare for the CPA exam. But other than that, I've been busy with my extracurriculars, been focusing more time on that. I'm the treasurer of my sorority. I'm in mortar board on campus and honor society. I have 2 jobs on campus. I work in admissions as an ambassador, and I also am a tutor for accounting. And intramural sports I do, and other clubs and activities. So it's very easy to stay very involved and perform well in your academics, and also excel in the community and on campus too. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, and feel free to ask any questions, but I'll hand it to someone else for Q&A.
Yeah, Cameron, perhaps. Thank you, Kelly, very much. Cameron, if you don't mind, could you share a little bit about your experiences?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So as Professor Coe said, I'm Cameron Frank. I'm a sophomore here at Augustana. I'm a double major in computer science and data analytics with a minor in mathematics. So for the data analytics track, right now I'm set in the track of business analytics, but I'm also going to be picking up the data science once that's completely satisfied. So since data analytics is so new, I didn't actually start into data analytics when I came here to Augustana. I came in for the computer science. And then I heard one of my friends who is a data analytics minor, and I was like super interested in it because it involves basically what I want to do. Analyzing data and computers go hand in hand. So I looked into the minor, and I did the intro courses, figured out that I could easily get it with my computer science and my mathematics minor. And then the major came up, and I was like, wow, I'm definitely going to jump on this. I only need like 2 or 3 more classes. So now I'm a major. So my experience here at Augustana as a sophomore, I'm part of the varsity swim team here at Augustana. I swam both my freshman year and my sophomore year, and I'm planning on swimming for the rest of my time here. I'm involved in concert band, percussion ensemble, percussion lessons. I have 2 sororities that I'm part of, one social and one service, and I'm also part of other clubs as well, just for social activities and things like that. What I can say about Augustana is that it's a place where you can be who you truly are. So if you're interested in a bunch of stuff, like I'm interested in philosophy, so I'm able to fit in multiple classes of philosophy. And as I said, I'm double majoring and I have a minor. Plus, I can do band. So you can fit in whatever you want to fit in here at Augustana. And I feel like that is something extremely special. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Kelly and Cameron. John, how about if I turn it over to you?
Sounds good, Marty. So at this point, we've got a little bit of time for Q&A. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay, good. So students, prospective students, do you have any questions for us? Could I take a class in accounting freshman year? The answer is definitely yes. In fact, we encourage you to take Accounting 201, which is Principles of Financial Accounting. In fact, if you do start your accounting right away, you have a better opportunity to land multiple internships before you graduate. So I would highly recommend you take accounting your first year at Augustana. How important would it be to have completed the AP Statistics course for data?
That, I mean, that would certainly be helpful, but it's not required. In our data science track, especially if you're thinking about AP stats, you might be interested in the data science track. There is a lot of statistics in that course track. And you know, the AP course might help you get placed a little bit higher, but it's not required. It would not be a detriment. But it certainly might help you get a background in statistics that would be helpful. We do also have a way for you to have that AP statistics course count as your stats course in the program. So it might actually help you not have to take a stats course. So would it help? Yes. Is it required? No. So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but let me know if you would like more input.
And thank you all very much for being here today, spending time with Dr. Coe, Dr. Delaney, Kelly, and Cameron. We're very excited. We will do our best to get this session posted up on our site at some point here soon. We have a lot of other academic department sessions throughout the course of the next couple of weeks. So feel free to browse, because as we've mentioned, most of our students have more than one area of study, and we'd love to have you learn as much as possible. Has anything, I'd like to thank Dr. Coe, Dr. Delaney, Kelly, and Cameron for being here, and obviously thank you all too, and we'll hopefully talk to you all soon. So thank you.
Thank you all very much.
All right, see ya.